We had a pastor once that it just felt like all of his messages were like, shame on you. Why are you not, Jesus is coming back. Why are you not acting the way you should be acting? Why are you not spending more time with Jesus? And it was just like a condemnation preaching. And I remember just every day just being like, every time I heard him, I was just like, you're not going to lead people closer to him very well by just shame on you. You might just have them keep doing it. Like, I could tell there was a chip on his shoulder of like people not doing what they should be doing, and they need to, and I'm like, that's because in the Bible, it says that God's goodness leads people to change. That's what it says. It's like God's love is what leads people into transformation. It's what people it's what makes them want to be with him, and knowing how precious they are to him, instead of like when you hear preaching that it's just like, oh, just a good thing he loves us. And it's just like, there's no like joy in it. And so I wanted to write this ebook about like it's called Joyfully Pointing Yourself to Jesus. It's not about like, you need to love Jesus because he loves you. No, it's not like that. It's like, I have never met people that talk about God with tears in their eyes before. And then I met him, and it was like the love of God like is all over them, and they feel it, and they get emotional even by like feeling that. And I'm not saying that like it says our story about like how I just completely surrendered to God, and like then I really understood the love. Like, I'm not saying everybody needs to be surrendered and they needed to have like this moment where like they have nothing to give and it's just they need to go to God, like they have nothing else to turn to. But sometimes being in that situation, being broken like that, and being sick of how you're living and how you're feeling and what you are, and wanting something better and more, and sick of like trying to go after all the things that are just empty, that just leave you empty. And then you see these people that are just like real. Like, they're not just like you're gonna go to hell if you don't do this and that. Like, that's not real. That's not real. That's people that are like they're misinterpreting who God is and how he wants you to love his people. Like, I used to be that way, and it's again another empty road that you lead on that just doesn't help anybody. But I wrote this because I just wanted to get it out there that like there is joy in it. Don't feel like it's just like, oh, I gotta spend time with God because that's what I gotta do. No, it's like, it's supposed to be like enjoyable and adventurous, and God is here and he's real to you and he's trying to talk to you. He can't wait to talk to you when you wake up, and he wants you to be closer. And when we want that closeness, sin and obeying him and all that stuff, like sin is just like out the door. Like, we don't want to do that anymore. We don't want to bite back at our husbands. Like, we see them differently. We see the whole world differently when we like are enjoying God. This is a long video, but I'm going to put a short one on there to try to get more people in the realm of that. Like, I want people to just view him in a totally different way. And yeah, and it took people who were doing that to show me that it's possible. If you meet people like that, then you'll know like, wow, there's something about those people. It's really cool.